Hi, this is Joachim for statisticsglobe.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to apply the if-else function of the dplyr package in R. So if we want to use the if-else function, we first need to install and load the dplyr package, as you can see in lines 2 and 3 of the code. I have installed the package already, so I'm just going to load it with line 3 of the code. And then furthermore, we also need to create an example vector to which we can apply the if-else function. And this is what we are doing here in line 5 of the code. So if you run this line of code, you will see that at the top right of RStudio, a new vector object appears with the name x. And we can also have a look at this vector object by running line 6 of the code. And then you can see here at the bottom in the RStudio console that our example vector is a numeric vector with values in the range from -3 to +3. Now let's assume that we want to create a new vector which is containing the character values neg and pos, for negative and positive. And this character vector is containing the character string neg whenever our example vector x is negative, and the character string pos whenever our example vector x is 0 or larger than 0. Then we can apply the if-else function, as you can see here in line 8 of the code. So within the if-else function, we need to specify three things. So first, we need to specify a logical condition. So in this case, our logical condition is x smaller than 0. Then you need to write a comma, and then you need to specify what should happen or what should be returned whenever this logical condition is true. And in this case, we are specifying that the if-else function should return the character string neg whenever this condition is true. And then you also need to specify what should happen when this logical condition is false. And in this case, we are specifying that the if-else function should return the character string pos whenever our logical condition is false. So if you run this whole line of code, you can see that a new character vector is returned. And as I have explained before, this character vector is always containing the character string neg when the logical condition x smaller than 0 is true, and the character string pos whenever the logical condition is false. Yeah, so this is basically how to apply the if-else function of the dplyr package in R. However, I want to show you a second example in which I'm showing you a typical problem that is often occurring when the if-else function is applied. And for this second example, we need to create a new vector as example data. And we are doing that with line 10 of the code. So if you run this line of code, you will see that a new data object appears here at the top right. And we can also have a look at this new data object by running line 11 of the code. And then you can see here at the bottom in the RStudio console that our new data object or our new vector is exactly the same as in example 1. But this time our vector is also containing an NA value. So NA stands for not available or for missing value. Yeah, and this can be a problem for the if-else function because whenever a value is missing, it is not possible to return true or false within our logical condition. And for that reason, the if-else function provides the possibility to specify an additional argument. And this additional argument is specifying what the if-else function should return whenever an NA value appears. Yeah, and in this case, we are specifying that the if-else function should return the character string xxx in case we have an NA value. So if you run line 13 of the code, you will see that a new character vector is returned to the RStudio console. And again, this character vector is containing the character string nec in case our logical condition is true, the character string pos in case our logical condition is false, and in contrast to example 1, this character vector is also containing the character string xxx in case we have a missing value. Yeah, so this is all I wanted to show you in this video. However, if you want to learn more about the if-else function of the dplyr package in R, then you could check out my homepage, statisticsglobe.com, because on the homepage I have recently published a tutorial on the application of the if-else function, and in this tutorial I'm explaining the content of this video in some more detail. I will put a link to this tutorial in the description of the video so you can check it out there. And furthermore, if you have liked the video, I would be very happy if you leave me a comment. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel in order to get notifications in future whenever I'm releasing new videos. That's it for this video. Thanks a lot. See you next time.